uh, flowing. Let me just use that flowing. It flows from premises. People can follow you from your premises until you reach your conclusion. Logical argument or sound argument does not mean that it is a true argument. It's only being judged based on the form. The form, the moment you follow the form, are you getting me? It's already a sound argument. For example, and although it's a logically sound argument, but it may not be a true argument. So what makes a argument to be true is when you correspond those premises to what actually happened and it's aligned. I hope you understand me. Therefore, we can have two types of arguments. We can have two types of arguments. We can have what is known as deductive argument and inductive argument. Deductive argument and inductive argument. Deductive argument, yes. And the second one is inductive argument. These are the two types of argument that we can have. When we are talking about deductive argument, it is arguing from general to particular. When you are arguing from general to particular, you are following deductive argument. The characteristic feature of deductive argument is that if the premises are true, the if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true. It's not. It's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes live, and maybe through Bluetooth. Please, you have muted them. Okay. So when we are talking about deductive argument, if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true. If you are convinced about, premises, that these premises are true, you must also agree with the conclusion. So when we are talking about deductive arguments, let's use one example. Man is a mortar. Every man is a mortar. That is general. The first premise, general. The second premise, Socrates is a man. Conclusion now. That's conclusion. Therefore, Socrates is a mortar. It's like saying symbolically, A implies B, B implies C. Therefore, A implies C. That's symbolically. Are you getting me? So that's a form of, all animals are living things. Goat is an animal. Therefore, goat is a living thing. All undergraduate passes 5 O-level credits. Kingsley is an undergraduate. Therefore, Kingsley possessed 5 O-level credits. I hope you're understanding me. That is a deductive argument. Now, when we are talking about inductive argument, it is, dialectical opposite of deductive argument, in the sense that you argue from particular to general. You argue from particular to general. And it doesn't, the conclusion does not have to be, please, if you are online, mute your, okay, it's playing back. fallacy can either be formal, informal fallacy. Fallacy can either be formal fallacy or informal fallacy. What are formal fallacies? These are structural errors in the argument. Formal fallacies are structural errors in the argument logic. When you look at it, there's a structural deficiency that you detected, that you will detect if you put it under strong scrutiny. Are you getting me? Even the content may be true, but because of structural deficiency, the fallacy, the argument is still termed fallacy. Still termed fallacy. There are two types of formal fallacy. We can have a fallacy that affirms the consequence, and a fallacy affirm the consequence, and a fallacy that deny the antecedent. Fallacy that affirm the consequence and fallacy that deny the antecedent. Deny the antecedent. When we are talking about fallacy that affirm the consequence, it always have this form. It always have this form. If A happens, B will happen. B happened, so A must have happened. Let me repeat it again. If A happens, B will happen. B happened, so A must have happened. There are a lot of times that because two things work together, and anytime they work together, we believe, are you getting me? The consequence, as whenever they work together, they always lead to something. And because that thing they lead to has happened, we believe that they've worked together. And in most cases, in some cases, don't let me say in most, in some cases, doesn't work, it doesn't follow. Doesn't follow. Look at hello. I'm sorry. I'm not, I can't do that. If I shoot Mr. Fasasi, there will be a wound. Mr. Fasasi, if has a wound, he has been shot. If rain, if there is thunderstorm, if there is thunderstorm and dark cloud, rain will fall. Rain has fallen. Definitely there is thunderstorm and thunderstorm and dark cloud. There are a lot of times that rain will just start from nowhere. For some, today now, you think I will wear white if I know that rain is going to fall. In fact, in government where I lived, inside that camp, the cloud was as clear as anything in the morning. But by the time I reached school, in fact, I just noticed a little dark cloud. And before you know what's happening, within 2 minutes of that cloud, rain started. So it does not follow that if somebody gets caught, there will be physical injury. I mean, slap. Because there is physical injury of that, it means that the person cutlass has been used. It does not follow. Look at the example I gave here. If somebody came to our camp one time to give testimony about gunshots, anytime, when he showed the singlet that he wore during that, I don't know if you're a member of Redeem here, the person, when they show it on that TV screen, everybody, definitely there is nobody that will wear this singlet, the person would have died or would be on an hospital bed. But it was the one showing it with all this, all these spots there. So affirming the consequence that A follow B does not mean that every time B happen, A has happened. I hope you understand. Now, denying the consequence. Denying the antecedent. Denying the antecedent. It follows this pattern too. If A happens, B will happen. A did not happen, so B will not happen. Is it every time? If A happen, B will happen. A did not happen, therefore B will not happen. Does it follow like that? There are a lot of incidents in the world that, if A happen, B will happen. A did not happen, but B happened. But B happened. I was using this example for my children. Those children, they are digital children, and they started proving me. But at a point, they got stuck. I said, this is a test. It's because of my belief. Don't take me up if you are a philosopher here. If you have intercourse, you will get pregnant. Is that not so? Mary did not have intercourse, but Mary get pregnant. Abi, this is the form. They say, one person say, Oga, that person will have done IVF. I said, okay, let me absorb your IVF together inside. If you have intercourse or you do IVF, you will get pregnant. Mary did not have intercourse, did not IVF, but Mary get pregnant. Another person is oh God, no. Maybe it's a surrogate. I said, okay, let me absorb your surrogacy. Yes, ma'am.
You said if you have intercourse or if you did not have intercourse, you will not get pregnant.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said. Now, I say absorb that one. I said none of this happened, but Mary get pregnant. Oh yeah, bring your argument again, and they get stuck. That is, denying there was no antecedent, but the consequence happened. And in some instances, it happens. And that's what we call discovery, even in science. Discovery. In religion, it is called miracle. According to John Eek, a philosopher of religion, said, what is miracle? Miracle is the suspension and violation of natural laws. And in many instances, natural laws have been violated. Are you getting me? That is, anytime natural law is violated, it weakens denying the antecedent. Now, let's go to informal fallacies. Informal fallacies has 3 types. There are 3 types. There is fallacy of relevance, there is fallacy of presumption, and there is fallacy of ambiguity. Relevance, fallacy of presumptions, and fallacy of ambiguity. These are the presently ambiguity. Now, presently in the world, we have almost around 377 fallacies that have been discovered by philosophers. But I just speak little here, yes, ma'am. Informal fallacies. We are talking about informal fallacies now. I said we have almost, no, it's not almost. Philosophers have discovered 377 fallacies, because 2 were discovered in 2004. But I only picked here very few for us to discuss under each category. I can even, that's why I bring this textbook. Maybe I can add 1 or 2 more. But there is what we call fallacy ad hominem. Fallacy ad hominem. That's fallacy of relevance. Let's first of all discuss fallacy of relevance. Under fallacy of relevance, we have fallacy ad hominem. Ad hominem. AD hominem. my church. The moment I raise my hand, and they know the course I read. The moment I raise my hand up to ask question, say, Oga philosopher, sit down. Oga philosopher, sit down. Because sometimes I don't understand, why some things are. When you said that, there was one time I questioned. Well, I do it now based on faith. But I questioned it one time. And to certain extent, if I want to reason as a philosopher, I will still question it. This, first fruit in Redeem, all your salary. If you say I should bring all my salary, so that month, there was one time after my, workers, after I finished workers in training, I have to raise my, I said, excuse me, sir. You said I should bring all my salary. Sir, won't you mind if I bring all my family members so that you can feed us for that month? The man started laughing. He said, Oga philosopher, I will explain to you later on. There was one particular incident that happened too. It's not in Redeem. How can you, it happened in religions a lot. How can you say that, it's not in Redeem, but in Christendom, I don't want to mention the church. You said I should bring my wife for you to be happy. Does it make sense? My wife? For cleansing. Spiritual cleansing. What kind of I took one pastor up and one prophet up like that. I said, excuse me, what kind of it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So hello, when you are arguing, when you are using this kind of argument, sometimes one can be committing fallacy ad hominem. I've committed fallacy ad hominem to that person now. Same way they've committed fallacy ad hominem by wishing he's a philosopher. I sit down. Clever, so am I argue none? There's appeal to emotion. Fallacy of appealing to emotion. Another example of relevance. Fallacy of appealing to emotion. Fallacy of appealing to emotion. It's called argumentum misericordia. Argumentum. Don't bother about it. I won't use Latin for you. But my students in school, I will use Latin. I give them misericordia, argumentum ad misericordia, fallacy of appealing at emotion. Is using feelings instead of facts. Using feelings instead of facts. When you are appealing to the emotion of somebody that is evaluating you, are you getting me? Arousing his feeling so that he can overlook your facts, you are committing fallacy. You are committing fallacy. And there are a lot of ways you can commit this fallacy. Sometimes when somebody come and state a fact that can make me to be convinced about what you are saying, the person will just be saying, I'm a widow, and I come and state the reason why this money given to you, I should give you this money, and the criteria, instead of stating what qualify you, or are you really this promotion, did you have the qualification, say, I'm a widow, I need to take care of I'm a single parent. You are not. Hello? You are not. Did you have the capacity, qualification? Say, you know, I'm a widow. You know, I'm a single parent. You know, I'm a this. You know, I'm a that. Even lawyers normally use it in court. But any judge that has done philosophy will be able to, because they use the Lord. My Lord, sir, my client is a first offender. He is a responsible father. He has about 10 children, and they are all in school. If my clients go to prison, all these children will become wayward. The wife will, will not be able to take care of them. And we are dealing with problem of criminality in our society. We need to prevent that. Therefore, my judge, temper justice with mercy. That is a fallacy appealing to emotion. As your client, a good judge, has he broken the law? Yes. Is there any punishment for somebody that has broken that kind of law? Yes. Therefore, your client is guilty. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's what the judge will say. But every lawyer that know that really discover that maybe they've reached this, they've reached the end, always like to appeal to the emotion of the judge. There's also straw man fallacy. Straw man fallacy. I just pick common one that you can remember, and I can cite examples. Cite it. Straw man fallacy. Straw man, straw. STRAW. Straw man fallacy. Straw man fallacy. Straw. Now, how does it happen? It happens when there is misrepresentation of someone's argument. When there is misrepresentation of someone's argument to make it easier to attack. When you deliberately misrepresented my argument so that I can be attacked. Are you getting me? You are committing straw man fallacy. I wrote recently on although I didn't point out to the person. I wrote recently on Chief Obafemi Awolowo on our platform, and I don't know why Madam read it, where I stated qualities. By the grace of God, I am apologetic Awoist. I stated all the qualities of Chief Obafemi Awolowo and why the politicians now should follow the footsteps of Chief Obafemi Awolowo if they want us to be, because all of them, chairman of local government, now if they finish maybe 2 times, they want to go to House of Assembly or House of Rep. The one in House of Rep, either they achieve anything or they didn't achieve. They want to go to Senate. The one in Senate want to come and become governor. The one in governor.
Okay.
Want to become a senator. People, they are not talking about achievements anymore. I have to bring facts out that this is not how it was. And I use political icon as an example. And that's why somebody referred to him as the best president Nigeria never had. because he actually achieved as the premier of the Western region. So if somebody like that said, I want to become the president of Nigeria, is ably qualified. Immediately I said it, one person just attacked me, that why should I say I'm unapologetically Aoist? And he said that, in 1951, there was cross-carpeting. Are you getting me? There was cross-carpeting in House of Assembly in Western region, where some NCNC members, all the NCNC members cross-carpeted to AG, and within 24 hours, somebody that's supposed to be the premier, because of that cross-carpeting, did not become premier, and Chiwafami now became premier. And I know what the person is trying to do. It's trying to misrepresent my write-up about Chiwafami so that people can term me a tribalist or somebody that supported a tribalist. Are you getting me? What I put back to the person is that, hello, in your whole Eastern region, can Chiwafami Awolowo become the premier there? Identity politics is everywhere. Even in the United States of America, there is identity politics. And at that particular time, it is identity politics that's even reigning. And even the political party that eventually, this person that would have become premier in the Western region that did not, eventually upstage, actually joined a party in another party called Northern People's Congress, which is identity politics. So what are we talking about? And didn't he also a kind of upstage, maneuvered, at that particular time? So I pushed back what he pushed to me. So when you are trying to misrepresenting somebody's opinion in order to make it easier for him to be attacked, and truly I didn't see Obafemi Awolowo in that light, and I didn't write about identity politics, but he tried to portray my write-up with identity politics, so that I can be attacked as a tribalist. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So later I said, sir, what you have committed is a fallacy, is a straw man fallacy. And after I proved everything, I pushed it down, and a lot of people agree with me. In fact, at a point, one prof called me that, don't mind him, you have proved your point. So it happens every now and then. Look at the example here. One example here. She said, reduce assignments. And somebody jumped to the conclusion. She wants students to stop learning. Maybe there was a staff meeting and a teacher raised his hand up. Please let us reduce assignments we are giving to these students. Because if it is too much, it will be counterproductive. Are you getting me? Another person, don't mind him. He didn't want students to learn. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's a fallacy, a straw man fallacy. There is also red herring fallacy. Red herring fallacy. What is red herring fallacy? Distracting with irrelevant red herring. Red herring fallacy. Red herring fallacy. Red herring fallacy. Herring, H-E-R-R-I-N-G, red herring fallacy. Give you a ring, you. Red herring fallacy. It's a fallacy when you are distracting with irrelevant conclusion, you are committing a red herring fallacy. For example, reduce the meeting for productivity. Somebody now jump to conclusion. When you are distracting with irrelevant information, when you are deliberately, intentionally, distracting an argument with relevant information, are you getting me? You are committing red herring fallacy. For example, let us reduce this meeting for productivity's sake. Somebody now raised his hand. Are you not enjoying the tea that is being served in the meeting? What is relevant information of tea being served in a meeting has to do with, let us reduce this meeting for, maybe every now and then that company always meeting, and because of the meetings they always call for among the workers, productivity is being affected. Are you getting me? Yeah. So whenever you go to that meeting, don't you drink tea? Is it irrelevant information? Hello? And do you know the funniest part? Some people can be convinced that, yeah, it's true now. After all, we enjoy ourselves. But somebody that under scrutiny will say that this is irrelevant information to what this man is saying. So you must be able to detect fallacy in an argument for you to be able to logically prove yourself. There is also one fallacy here. It's called fallacy ignorantio elenchi. Fallacy ignorantio elenchi. Because it's very near to this fallacy that I just quoted. That's why I want to treat it. Fallacy ignorantio elenchi. Ignorantio elenchi. Yeah, ignorantio. Ignorance, from ignorance. Ignorantio. Instead of adding that N, you remove the N. Elenchi is E-L-E-N-C-H-I. E-L-E-N-C-H-I. Elenchi. Ignorantio elenchi. Ignorantio elenchi. The fallacy is committed in an attempt to prove P. In an attempt to prove P. P is the case. One end of proving that Q is the case. You want to prove that P is the case, but what you eventually prove is another thing entirely, irrelevant conclusion. Are you getting me? That Q is the case. For example, if my attempt to prove that Nigeria produces more cocoa than Ghana, I end up asserting that Nigeria is wealthier than Ghana, it's a relevant conclusion. Are you getting me? What I want to prove is that Nigeria produces more cocoa than Ghana. But what I am now proving is that Nigeria is wealthier than Ghana. Are you getting me? It's a relevant conclusion. It's a relevant conclusion. Okay, Nigeria produces more oil in West Africa than in Africa than more. Nigerian production now in OPEC has overtaken that of Angola. So Nigeria produces more than any country in Africa now. Is Nigeria more wealthier than any country? Is more wealthier than South Africa or Egypt? No. Are you getting me? So that's a relevant conclusion. That's a relevant conclusion. And it happened to us many times. You see that some people, you are arguing about P. Somebody is bringing Q inside of it. No, say, and we rule. Anwiru ezalima. That is the argument of ignorantio elenchi. And ignoratio. Just remove the N. I've already. You can't be writing it down verbatim. I have forgotten what I said now. But I said it is when you want to prove B, but you eventually end up in proving Q. That's the relevant conclusion. You conclude on Q, instead of proving P. Unwiru. That's all. There is also fallacy appeal to authority. Fallacy of appealing to authority. Fallacy of appealing to authority. The fallacy occurs when someone says that a certain statement is true because a person who is in an authority says so. Because somebody who is an authority says so. It is argument that, because somebody that is intellectual says something, you believe that that is true. But that person that is saying it may not be in good position to say what he said. For example, Professor Wole Soyinka said, drinking 20 cups of water in a day will solve problem of constipation. Are you getting me? Is Professor Wole Soyinka a specialist? I use that argument, we were talking one time about my hero, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and somebody was quoting a literary icon to prove Obafemi Awolowo wrong. He was quoting Chinua Achebe in a conference, philosophy conference. The person that was quoting him is also a doctor in philosophy, a PhD holder. I said, sir, you are committing fallacy of appealing to wrong authority. If you are talking about literature, I will listen to Chinua Achebe. But when you are talking about politics, Chinua Achebe is not an authority. It's in English, in literature. His opinion should be respected. He has carved a niche for himself. But when we are talking about politics, he should go and queue up. Somebody like me can even teach him. For example now, you can teach me in medical laboratory, anything medical, because you are experts. So I can't be dabbling into your profession, and you are, because you're a lecturer in Mafesin University. That is a fallacy of appealing to authority. Are you getting me? Does it happen a lot in Nigeria or not? You see a lot of people talking about politics. And some of them will be arguing with which social and political philosopher, as if a professor of medicine. Are you getting me? It's a fallacy. It's a fallacy. If you want to come and talk about politics, come and take a form of JAM. Come and read philosophy and specialize in social and political philosophy. Yes, I will sit down and listen to you. But you can't in medicine, come and be dabbling and say, I should agree. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, for where? Do you understand me? That's a fallacy. There's also an example. Theft is wrong because taking what is not yours is theft is wrong because taking what is not bad. What is theft? What is taking what is not yours? Eh? It's the same thing. You have not said anything. You have not said anything. The man, you know, is not married because he's a bachelor. Has he said anything, sir? But does it normally happen? It happens. Especially when you are marking. That's why you can write 35 pages and we put 2 over it because you have not said anything. When I want to mark, I look at your premises, I look at your conclusion. I only saw premises and you are repeating it in your conclusion. And you want me to give you mark. You are begging the question. So it happens always. Another one is false dilemma. Fallacy of false dilemma. It's called fallacy of false dilemma. Yeah, under presumption. Fallacy of false dilemma. Please, you must be quote. If I say in an examination that, you know, discuss fallacy, you must quote examples for me. Go and look for many examples. Are you getting me? Go and look. That means that when you are able to quote many examples, it means you have absorbed. You have. So if there's anything like argument or you want to, you'll be able to detect easily. Are you getting me? Where it is applicable, you must give me where they are applicable. All these fallacies. Fallacy of false dilemma. Presenting only 2 options when more exist. When you are presenting only 2 options where more exist, you are, you know, committing fallacy of false dilemma. Fallacy of false dilemma. Fallacy of false dilemma. Fallacy of false dilemma. For example, you are either a science student or not serious. Hello? You are either a science student or not serious. There are a lot of do you know that it happens? Many of us, the reason why we do science today is because we want to show that we are serious. We see people in art. I'm presently in liberal arts, but I started in science. I made all my papers, chemistry like you, chemistry, physics, I did all. And even in my college of education, you know, in Lesha, the moment you finish your secondary school, you know, Awamoko, the next thing is college of education in Lesha. It doesn't matter how many credits you have made. From there, you go to OAU. Yeah, especially, you know, when you are from a literate family, you know, and you are living in, because that's what is trending. I made all my papers. But today, when I was in college of education and we were arguing, and I was taught a course called philosophy of education. And philosophy of education, I discovered that so there's a course that is called philosophy, and this course is, I deliberately in my next jam I chose philosophy because I fell in love with the course, and I didn't regret today. But they believe then, if I've gone to art, in fact, my father will not even agree because he wanted me to read medicine. So if you are not reading medicine, you are not reading pharmacy, they believe that you are not serious. Am I wrong? It's a fallacy of false dilemma. Fallacy of false dilemma. There's a fallacy of ambiguity. or let me say there are many fallacies of ambiguity. I quoted 2 here that are very common among them. Amphiboly, fallacy of amphiboly. Ambiguity due to poor sentence structure. Ambiguity, poor sentence structure. When there is, ambiguity due to poor sentence structure, you are committing fallacy of amphiboly. I thought amphiboly. I thought I'd bring that textbook. I saw one example over there. That example would have, solved this. I thought I brought it. Fallacy of amphiboly. So I didn't bring it. Fallacy of amphiboly is fallacy that you come as a result of poor sentence. Yes, I think I can remember. One animal, I constructed a pen for my animals. A pen, there is, for my animals. Therefore, I can write very well with the pen. I constructed a pen for my animal. Therefore, I can write very well with my pen. He has used is a poor structure. There is a poor structure there. I hope you know. The first pen is quite different from the second form. The pen of writing is quite different from pen where animal stay. So, and that this fallacy is always in association with another fallacy called equivocation. It always happens when there is equivocation, fallacy of equivocation, where we have one word being used for more than one meaning. Wherever you see one word being used for more than one meaning, are you getting me? Are you getting me? You can, for example, look at faith. Look at what faith. You can have a faith in God, and you can have a faith in your husband. You can have a faith in objects. In fact, you cannot sit down on what you are sitting down on now. If you don't have faith in that, if your faith is not in that chair, that chair will carry you. Is that not so? So, when we are now using faith in God, in the context of faith, on objects, you can commit this kind of amphibolic statement. Look at this statement. They have faith, so they must be religious. Is it only people that have? That's why when you say you are a believer, so you must be religious. Is it only people that have faith that are religious? Is there any man in the world that does not have faith? Even atheists. So if you say that I'm a believer, I normally want, and you are a believer in what? Because the word believer does not mean that you are a believer in God. You can be a believer in not believing in God. Abi, you are a believer in not believing in God. You are also a believer now. So that's a fallacy of equivocation. Fallacy of equivocation. Now, there are 3 laws of thought. Yay. Charlie, finish booking. Bye. I'm going to finish. Anytime you see me again, it will be for test. We can't do tests now. Test on, I'm looking for, this issue of test will cause problem. One, Class of Mr. Yalowo, are you here? Where is Mr. Yalowo gone? Ah, in fact, woman is 45 feet. Eh? Ah, imagine the Rigoku something. Ah, oh wow. I discussed with Dr. Adewale. He said, it's happening to you too. God will help you, man. Thank God for your life. And they said you are like that in school too, when you were in school. Hello? One of your classmates in school will also teach you. Amusan. He said he's a colleague now, but it came from UNAP, Sha. He discussed with me that you are always like that in school. Very, very strong. I drove my car. 3 laws of thoughts. 3 laws of thoughts. 3 laws of thought. You see, in codifying our thoughts, in placing our thoughts in logic, there are 3 laws that we must obey. And those 3 laws are, in logic. What are the 3 laws? There is what we call law of identity. Law of identity. Every of your thoughts must represent this, or else you will introduce confusion. Law of identity. And there is also law of non-contradiction. In clarifying issues, it must represent these 3 laws. Any issue you want to clarify, you need to recognize these 3 laws. Number 1 is law of identity. Number 2 is law of non-contradiction. Number 3 is law of excluded middle. Another person I fear is Mr. Fasasi. Law of the excluded middle. Number 1. Excluded, that's 3rd law. Excluded middle. Ari, I said we should discuss our test. Yes. We need to do test, so hello. You know the reason. Can you listen to me? By the grace of God, I am head of department of GST, and I've been telling people to submit tests that they did in their different classes to me. And in the way we designed our template, there is assignment, there is test, and there is exam. Now, if I say everybody should submit to me, and I myself am not doing it in the and one of them has a wife among you, one of the lecturers, and thank God I have my colleagues, some of my colleagues here. Say, ẹ má mà dá HOD gan ló nínú class ẹ̀ gan òun kàn ń ṣe test. Báwo ni mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ?
Ẹ máa sọ ní sà.
Bandwagon fallacy.
Ẹ máa
Thank
sọ
you
ní.
very much. I'm
Ẹ máa sọ ní
looking
sà.
at, I don't know what, I would have preferred assignment. In first semester, I did assignment for you. And have you started? Yeah, you will see your result. Many of you, I'm not sure anybody failed. I'm not sure. All of you passed very well. Passed very well. But I don't know what to do now, especially when you see is putting eyes on this issue, this part-time program.
Assignment, sir.
Very, very. My vice chancellor always like to adhere to everything principle, so that So what are we going to do, Mr. Fasasi, Mrs. Oyalowo, and others?
Assignment, sir. Assignment, too. Assignment, sir. Assignment, sir.
LMS, using LMS. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
You log in, you do it, you can't log in back. You have to put your matric number. Once that time elapsed, it kicks you out, but it's just empty.
Hey. But Sherry, all this CBT, by the grace of God, I don't value it in philosophy. I want to see your analysis. How you argue.
It is the philosophy of necessity.
Madam Oyalowo. Yes, ma'am. I know. Yes, ma'am. Fallacy of appealing to my emotion. Appealing to my emotion. What are your premises? I'm not hearing you, man. I think that's what.
That's what
I will look into it. I will consult more, and but all this not able to see your analysis. Oh, I love how many of you wrote in Peace and Conflict. I love many of you. You know the arguments, how you present yourself. You showed before that you are mature students, and that's how it's supposed to be. But when you are not arguing, you just think Liverpool versus Arsenal. All those things doesn't make us to understand it. But God will help us. So 3 laws of thought. Number 1, law of identity.
3 laws of
A
thought.
thing is what it is.
3
A thing cannot be what it is and what it is not together at the same time.
Of thoughts.
There must be identity. A thing is what you use law of thought to clarify statement, to clarify issue. Are you getting me? A thing must have identity. A thing is what it is. A thing cannot be what it is and what it is not at the same time. It has gone against law of identity. A smartphone is a smartphone. There is no smartphone and radio together. There is no smartphone and television together. When you say a smartphone, it's a smartphone. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? A male is a male. A female is a female. And that's why there is surgical operation. Excuse me. That's the reason why there is a surgical operation. Can a hermaphrodite played in a male team? Can a hermaphrodite played in a female team? It is not allowed. It's either you are a male, you are a female. If you are male, female, that's a defect. There is a defect. There is a problem. Transgender means that you are transforming yourself from either a male to a female. Am I wrong? You were once time a male. You now want to become female. When you say you are transgender, You can't be a male and a female together and say you are transgender. No. I don't know whether you understand me. Law of identity. No. Prove it. Is there anyone again? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We prove that based on genetic composition, like picture of hermaphrodite now, genetically you can go on with which one out of the two is dominant.
Yes.
Yeah, and another is known to have both genitalia.
Yes.
So now look at
The one that is dominant, or ones that dominate, and you categorize yourself in that group. Are you getting me? You can't say that I'm a male today, I'm a female to, or I'm no. Nígbà fún ẹ. You say you are hermaphrodite, and you are not going to female hostel. And ọmọ ọkùnrin ló dominate ẹ. O fẹ́ lọ máa wò di onídìí ni. Ẹja sòótọ́. Am I wrong? Yes, now. So, law of identity say a thing is what it is. A thing is what it is. It cannot be what it is not together. There is a law of non-contradiction. If you don't want to contradict yourself, you use this law. Law of non-contradiction is almost negation of what law of identity is trying to say. I mean, trying to put law of identity in a statement. Are you getting me? Trying to explain more law of identity. A statement can be true. A statement can't be true or false and false at the same time. No statement can be true and false at the same time. You can't say that this statement is true and false at the same time. You are going to contradict yourself. Eh? Construction of English and clarification of your thoughts. Clarification of your thoughts. Maybe you are a panel of interviewers or panel of to assess my project, and I'm talking. I've said this is what it is, and at the same time I'm proving that thing to be what it is not, and I want you to assess me. You are going to say you are confusing yourself. And in most of us, by the grace of God, in my former school, stand and sit with a panel to when students are defending their project. Sometimes they collide with law of identity. You just see them oscillating. You are saying this, you are saying it is not at the same time. You are colliding with law of identity. Are you getting me, ma? It's not a matter of opinion. It can be objects. Should be okay now. Look at what I talk about hermaphrodite, about this and that. It's not a matter of construction, but this one of law of non-contradiction is talking about statements. This is the only one that is talking about statement. The first one is not about statement. I hope you understand me, ma. No. For example, this one, a statement can be true and false at the same time. You can't say this statement is true and this statement is not true at the same time. And most of us do that. If you do, what is this all about? Says, it's yes, no. Yes, no. Òótọ́ ni lápá kan, kì í tún sòótọ́. Negative at the same time. You can't be false and true at the same time. It's either it is true or it is false, or else you are contradicting yourself. you are committing what we call in philosophy empirical fallacy. Empirical fallacy. It's either you believe that God exists or God does not exist.
Yeah.
God exists and does not exist.
Empirical.
Are you not contradicting yourself? Alaji? Allah exists or Allah did not exist? Allah exists and did not exist. Abi? I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. There is also it's a, example. We can't be in Nigeria and not in Nigeria simultaneously. Say I'm in Nigeria, I am not in Nigeria. You see some people saying, they use this to attack metaphysical statements. Say I'm in that class and I'm not in the class. It's either you are in class or you are not in the class. You see now that's confusion that these philosophers want to eradicate. They use this law of non-contradiction, the logical empiricism. I don't want to teach you because it's a very big, more than this. But this is an introductory class. You are not a philosophy major, so don't let me. It's just to expunge metaphysical jargons. Metaphysical jargons. That's what logical positivists use it for. So especially soul traveling. This, there is what we call soul traveling. Soul traveling. Don't let me go there, because you will say, this man is atheist. Let's move forward. There is also law of excluded middle. Law of excluded middle. A statement must be either true or false. It cannot be, it's not true, it's not false, it's in the middle. No. You are sitting on the fence. Don't sit on the fence. Let us know where you belong to. Are you getting me? There is no middle ground. There is no middle ground. Middle ground is a confusion. It doesn't clarify your thoughts. One is either outside or not outside. You cannot say that I am not inside, I am not outside. I'm in the middle. No. Now we are going to symbolic logic. Symbolic logic. And from this symbolic logic, let me first of all teach you logical constants. That's what we call logical constants. Logical constants. Hello? You can see that it's a 3 weeks course, 3 week lessons. I'm just compressing to one class. I don't think I can finish it. But from this, even the question come out now, at least I'm satisfied that you know something about logic. You know something about logic. Symbolic logic is just talking simply about symbolizing our thoughts. We can, sometimes you may not put your thought in statements. You may, codifying our thoughts. And all this CIA, intelligence, and sometimes even in our office, we don't want outsiders to know what we are talking about. We can codify a lot of things. Are you getting me? And it will just make meaning within us. In fact, you people use it a lot. You medical doctor, pharmacists. Sometimes the writing of a pharmacist, there is a symbolic logic in medicine. They come to philosophy to come and teach them. I think they are 500 level in usage. I don't know whether they still do it now. All those chemistry that you are seeing, all this NO2, is a symbolic logic. Symbolic logic. The chemists in those days, are you getting me? They symbolize those things. And now, it's being taught as if it has its roots tetraoxosulfuric acid, H2O, SO4, react with, is a symbolic logic. Today now, science is claiming philosophy started over there. So we need to understand all this symbolic logic. In symbolic logic, something is very, very important. There is what we call logical constants. Logical constants. Please, I will need a marker now. What can we do? That's the major. I can teach all these things on that's the reason why I said we should meet physically. I can teach all what I'm teaching online. All what I've been saying since morning, I can say it online. You don't have board in Adeoyo? Ah. Mama director, ní Alhaji, ẹ bá ń wá jáde. Ah. So far, what are your questions? Everything I've been saying, mo gbà á, àbí? You don't have question. It means that tí o bá ní jáde mi ní kọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jáde inú exam. Yes ma. Yeah, coding is symbolic logic. In fact, everything about computer is symbolic logic. Computer, that's why the root of computer is logic. It's logic. Without logic, there is no computer. You program. You can't do programming. I'm coming. I saw your hand. Programming. You can't do programming without symbolic logic. That's symbolic logic. So it's very important. It's very, very important. In fact, your children in Mafasi now, they are doing Python. And I remember I was one of the people that, supported the computer science department to make it a general study. They call it CMP 201 now. In fact, they are even considering of teaching it, teaching you people. Did I say they should come and teach you Python? Because, hello, it's applicable to everybody now. Python. It's supposed to know Python. Sir. Please let me. Kì í ṣe Joe, mommy. Yes, ma'am. Aroko. Message. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's more or less symbolic. It's a logic. Anything that makes meaning when presented is a logic. Hello? In the olden days, they don't write letter. I was teaching Nigerian peoples and culture to your children about 2 weeks ago. I said, in Yoruba land, we don't need that to say, can you marry me? We don't need that in those days. It is now. It is a kwajoji, foreign culture. Will you marry me? Me? Say yes, say yes, say yes. I say, and they started laughing. I say, it's a foreign culture. We have our way of proposing. And it makes a lot of meaning than all this, can you marry me? So the woman will say, sing for us, sing a love track for me first. rubbish. In those days, you just put your cap. Eh? You and the man will also sing. Ẹ má torí mi rèé jàjà. Ẹ má torí mi. Ẹ má torí mi rèé jàjà kú o. Ẹni fìlà mi bá worí ẹ̀ lómi adé. It will target when those women are coming from stream. And he will bring all his friends, and he will be singing. Ẹni fìlà mi bá worí ẹ̀ lómi adé, ẹ má torí mi, ẹ má torí mi, rèé jàjà kú o. And he will go to somebody that he want to marry and put that car. And put that car. And that shows that he has already engaged. And the woman too will remove his gele. Ẹ má torí mi. He will face all the men too. Lè jàjà kú o, ẹ má torí mi. Ẹni gèlè mi bá borí ẹ̀ lómi awé. Ẹ má to, and he too will put this gele on the head of the man. Everybody will identify. That's symbolic logic. That's symbolic logic. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ wo orí ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Kí lẹ ń sọ yìí? A wo orí ẹ̀, ó gbọ́dọ̀ wo orí ẹ̀. It's to symbolize the fact that this one ó ti lólówó. Already they've talked. They are just making it be known. That's symbol. That's symbol. And in some places, it is better. It is better. That so we have a lot of things. Then God will help us. But nowadays, we don't, and we call it Aroko. Aroko. We write Aroko. And do you know, Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, wherever he put his cap, determines what is happening. And hello, if Aláàfin comes to a meeting and do his cap like this, I see some people now, they do their cap like this, they don't know the meaning. Everywhere we put our cap, ask Eh? You are no. It's logic. So we have to prove to them. We bring it out and we are still proving it to them that we have our own way of life. We have our own culture. Of recent, I wrote on Sigidi. What's the difference between Sigidi and AI? Robots. You will bring robots to me and you say that robot can do this, robot can. What your robot can do, my Sigidi can do it too. Don't let me go there. Sorry. Where is the now? Let's talk about logical constants. I can manage it. Logical constants. In logic, there are logical constants. We call them logical constants. Logical constants. Sorry, I have one of the best writing in the world. Logical constants. Are you seeing it? That's what we can use for now. Logical constants. We have negative, negation. We have material implication. What's the time now? People that are going for Jumat, maybe we should. Okay, when are you resuming back?
The best, it's 2 o'clock. Exactly 30 minutes. So 2 normal children.
Now.
The time when they come back. No, I'm not bringing me. Can't do the motivation with my list of the time I don't
Please, what do you? I don't want to. Religion is a very sensitive something. Hello?
So do we take 20, 30 minutes? What do we say? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We can be back earlier than that anyway. 30 minutes.
But yeah, because I need to finish this class 3 o'clock. Everything.
We should be back earlier than that.
So let us please go for your prayer. Before you accuse me. No. I told them that there is no difference between CBT and AI. Or you bring what your AI can do. And I tell you, my CBT have done it. Both fly. Who are online? Online.
Why not tell them we have taken a break?
They are even watching me now. They are even watching me.
Solution provided.
When the soup was done, you know, don't carry the pot come. But when you were still cooking, you were disturbing the whole house with the scent. No problem.
The economy is the same market for
I know it's we are going to the same economic market, but different conditions. Thank you very much.
I know the guys, you
Mr. Bozasi ẹjọ.
Ìtì ni wọ́n sanwó ẹ̀ wọ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó APC ti fún wọn.
Ẹja bẹ̀rẹ̀ kábíyèsí.
Ẹgbẹ́ ilẹ̀ fún wa ní bírèkì.
Tú ìdásọ̀.
Tú wọn máa gbẹ̀rù dìde, ó di títí tí ẹ̀lò. Tí a ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Tí fótó bí tẹ̀lé ti jáde, tí bí ti jáde ẹ̀ka tó ti jẹ́ máa kọ́kọ́, bí ti ẹ̀nà jẹ́ máa kọ́ jáde. Ẹ̀kú lò.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kankan. Àwọn èèyàn náà sọ̀rọ̀ àjò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àgbọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ látẹ̀kọ́.
There's no audio from the school again.
All
From
right.
the class rather. I cannot hear.
Kunle is a man. Tono is a man. Kunle and Tono, they are men. Are you getting me? P conjunct Q. Do you understand it? There is also what we call disjunction. Disjunction is either or either. It is called disjunction. It is called what? It is called what? That we represent it by disjunction. Disjunction is or in English, or either Tunde or Tono went to their mother. Or, and how do we represent that? Either Tunde or Tono. It is P or Q. This is how to represent it. P or Q. Are you getting me? P or Q. Us. P or Q. It is called verb sign. Verb sign. There is also material equivalence. Material equivalence is called if and only if. If and only if. If and only if. That's the English meaning of material equivalence. Are you getting me? If and only if Kunle can go to Tono. If and only if Tono has prepared for him. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So, if and only if is represented with 3 lines like this. It is Kunle can go to Tono. If and only if Tono prepares for him. And if you want to represent, it will be P if and only if Q. I hope you're understanding me. I hope you're understanding me. Now, let's form the truth table as far as each of them is concerned. Let's talk about conjunction first. Conjunction. We can't finish it, but anymore today, but I will try. No, let's start with negation. Sorry, negation first. Let's start the way it follows. Let's start the way it follows. Negation first. P negation P. Negation P. So if you want to form truth table for this, if P is true, what will be negation P? False. If P is false, what will be, if P is false, what will be here? It's true. Are you getting me? It is implication. That if there is no consequence, there can never be, if there is no antecedent, there can never be consequence. And there can never be negation. If there is no true statement, there can never be negation. Is that not so? So it's true. It's true. Now, let's look at material implication. Material implication. I want to conserve the space. Material implication. Material implication. Let's form truth table. P and P, Q, which means P implies what? P implies what? Q. Is that not so? If this is true, this will be what? If this is true, this will be what? True. If T is true, P is true, Q is true, it will be represented by P implies Q with what? True. It's very clear. If if A implies B, B implies C.
Hello, Mr. Fasasi, show the board to us now. We don't know what the lecturer is saying.
Okay.
We can't see.
Before this time, we will share it. We share the stuff.
If P is Q, if P.
Why are we online?
Hello. Please mute your. If P implies Q.
No, we cannot see what you are saying. They're supposed to show it.
Excuse me, madam. Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me. Let Pasasi will solve the problem. You are disturbing the class. Pasasi will solve the problem.
Hello, sir. We are not disturbing you. No. Some of us are joining online. And we can't see what
I understand you. Can you see the reason why I said it cannot be taught online? Can you see the reason now? This is the reason.
Yes.
If P implies Q, if P is T, Q is T, which is if P is true, Q is true, P implies Q will be what? True. Now, if P is T, Q is F, what will be this place? It will be false. It will be false. P implies Q will be false. If P is T, are you getting me? Is F. Yeah. If T is F, P is F, Q is what? Is what? Do you understand it now? If F is if this one is T, sorry, this one is T. F is P is F, Q is false. Do you understand it? No, if this is false and this is true, what will be this place? will be false. Do you understand it now?
It will be true. True.
If this is F, this is F, what will be this place? It will be F. False, it will be true. It will be true. Because it implies it will be true. Now, hello? Can you understand me now? Hello?
They're trying to follow, sir.
This will be true. If this is false, this is true. Sorry, this will be true. Do you understand it? That place? You didn't understand. Let me explain. It is somebody that confused me the other time. F, if it is false, Q is true, and both implies each other. What do you think this? If there is no antecedent, there can never be consequence. Do you understand it now? Do you understand it now? The moment there is no, if this is F, can ground wet without water on the ground?
No.
If there is no water on the ground, if water is not on the ground, it's a false. There is no water on the ground, will be what? The implication is P will not imply Q, which is true. So this is true. Now let's move forward. Let me. Some people look confusing. True is what?
True.
True, false is what? It's false. It's false. True. If P is true, Q is false. Are you getting me? It's false. Then it's false. Now, if F, false is true. False is true. False true is true. True false is false. False is true. Let us record. No rain fell on the ground. It's a false. The ground is not wet. It's also false. It's also false. If P implies that, P implies Q, what will be? It will be true. No rain fall on the ground. The ground is not wet. P implies Q now. It's true. That's it. Did you understand it now? Did you understand it? No rain fell on the ground. P. The ground is not wet. Q. Are you getting me? P implies Q will be what?
True.
True. It's true.
If P implies Q, it will be true.
Number what? 1, 2, 3. False. False FT, Abi. FT is what? FT is what? One,
True.
two, three.
True.
FT is T. FT is T. Hello. Negation. You know, if what's your name? Mr. Fasasi is a medical scientist. Therefore, Mr. Fasasi is a medical scientist. He works in the lab. Hello. Can you? Mr. Fasasi is a medical scientist. Then he works in the lab. P. Mr. Fasasi is a medical scientist. P. Then he works in the lab. Q. Mr. Fasasi is not a medical scientist. It's false. Abi? Yes. He works in the lab. What will be? What is there? False.
False.
No. Hello. Mr. Fasasi is not in the. He works in the lab. Is what?
It's true.
Is no. Let's say Mr. Fasasi. Mr. Fasasi is a medical scientist. He's a medical scientist. That's true. He's a medical scientist. But yeah, Mr. Fasasi is not a medical scientist. It's false. Are you getting me? He works in the lab. True. Is it only medical scientists that can work in the lab? Accountant can work in the lab too.
Yes.
Do you understand it now?
Yes, sir.
That's two tables.
You're trying.
Some false example, yes.
The rain fell.
P.
Q is the ground was wet.
Yes.
So if the rain fell,
P.
the ground is wet. Everything is true. But if the rain did not fall,
Which is
and that one is false.
And
we are claiming the ground is wet. Banning all other possibilities, then it is false, because without rain, the ground is not wet. Then if the rain fell, and that is true, but the ground is not wet, that's false. Does that mean the answer is false?
yes.
If that is false, that's true. Then the rain did not fall, the ground is not wet, then it is true.
Which is true. False is true. Hello. This is axiomatic. Truth table. Can you listen to me? Hello. The example you gave now has proved this. This exactly. And your example now proved this table. When it comes to truth table, it is axiomatic. You use it to solve questions. Are you getting me? You use it. It's like say 1 times 1. 1 times 1. You can't say 1 times 1 is 10. That's axiomatic. It is axiomatic that it is 1. 1 times 2. You can't say your own is what? 3. So it's axiomatic. But we can, a kind of, like what he did now. Hello, excuse me, madam. Put your hand down. It is not me. It is not me that brings this thing in. It is being used. Are you getting me? The example that he used now actually cleared the something. Except you want me to change what is not to put it there. And that will be fallacy. Rain did not fall. Which is true. You can't put water on the ground. You can't put the water on the ground. So the consequence can happen without antecedent. If you say that the consequence cannot happen, it's like you are hello, madam, excuse me. If you are saying that the consequence did not happen, because it's like you are proving fallacy, which this one want to prove wrong. I don't know whether you understand me. Material implication. We have done a material. Now let's do conjunction. Conjunction. Just take it like that, and you must, in exam, you must know how to solve it. After exam, you can forget it. Conjunction. Conjunction is dot. Are you getting me? P, Q, T. If this is T, T, F, F. Are you getting me? And this is T, F, T, F. What will now be P conjunct Q? Are you getting me? P conjunct Q will be T. You understand? This will be what? F. This will be what? F. This will be F, F. F is what? It's still a conjunction. If something is false and that thing is false, it will be false for conjunction. Because it's a conjunction. What is like conjuncting twins? What happened to when they are conjunct will be happening to both of them? Are you getting me? They will have the same characteristics. That's conjunction. Now, let's go to disjunction. I don't know how we can deal with a rule of inference now, because it's I can't teach that one today. Maybe I will remove it from your course outline. But it's not complete, because that's real logic. Afterwards, disjunction now. When we are talking about disjunction, where is disjunction here? Okay, disjunction. P, Q, and P or Q. Are you listening to me? If this is in disjunction, if this is T, this is T, this is F, this is F, and this is TF, TF. No, TF, TF, TF. Do you understand it? Now, what will be the TT? Either of the two. Are you getting me? P or Q will be what?
T.
It will be T. T or and F will be what? Eh? Will be T. Will be T. Do you understand it? FT will be what? FT will be T. And FF will be F. It is either or. So TT will be T, TF will be T because it's still either or. Either or TT will be T. Are you getting me? TF will still be T because it is either of the two. FT will be T. It is only FF because it's either or. That will be what? F.
Sir, can you give us practical illustration?
Eh?
Can you give us practical illustration, sir?
Yeah. Are you getting me? The second one.
Yes, I think in this particular disjunction, the have it.
Now let's move forward.
Very good.
It is either or. One must be true.
The other will be false.
False. Which one remain now? Material equivalent. If and only if. Did you understand it one? Just take it the way it is.
Can you turn it?
Turn it. Eh? This one.
Number
2 of that is false. Either or, it is TF. Material equivalent, and let us be going home.
It's either we finish today or we go.
Pasasi, be ready to teach some of us this thing again.
I will just write the rule of inference. I will mention them. Modus tollens, modus ponens, and I will just mention everything. And I will not prove it. Already I'm supposed to prove it, but don't let us prove it because there is no time. And I will not ask questions concerning proving it. To prove it after exam. Material equivalent. Material equivalent is what? If and only if. P, Q is equal to P.
Equivalent Q.
You understand it now? So if this one is
yes, sir.
T, F, what? F. And this one is T, F, T, F. Do you understand it? Now, if and only if. T will be what? T. If and only if. TF will be what? False.
F. Yes.
First T will be only what? And FF will be what? T.
F.
If and only if. T. Because if this one is true, that one must be true. The only way this one can be true, consequence can be true, is if antecedent is also true. Are you getting me? Now let us apply it here now. T will be what? T. TF will be what? F. Or F. False. because it's a if and only if. FT will be what? F2, because it's a if and only if. False. This one is false, that one is false. T. Are you getting me? So hello about T, you know, example. I will give you question, you know, and you represent them based on this. Now, time has gone. Oh. So that I won't go late. Please read. But there are 10 rules of inferences which you use this one to solve. To prove, we use all this one to solve problems. And the problems that we can use them to solve are coded in 10 rules of inference. The 10 rules of inference, they are inside your textbook code, so that don't say that it's not there, so that if I give you a question, you won't say that you didn't see it there. Right? The 10 rules of inference. There is modus ponens. Modus ponens is, you know, it has two arguments. Are you getting me? If A implies B is true, it implies B is true. That is, you know, if P implies Q, then P. Are you getting me? The second argument will be P.
Yes.
There is also what we call modus tollens. Modus tollens. If A implies B, and B is false, second statement says B is false, then there will be negation A too. Are you getting me? If A implies B and B is false, then the antecedent is also false, which is negation A. There is also absorption. If A implies B, A implies B implies A, then there is AB. There is AB. Well, all these things are inside your textbook. I beg, read them. It's over there. Read it. I may not bring question out, but if I want to hook you, I will bring question out. But I won't.
Okay.
Because I didn't teach you very well, because there is no time. Are you getting me? Your ministry. Are you a pastor? It's using fallacy. Fallacy. This is where we are going to stop logic for this. God will help us. We will still meet again. Have a nice day. Now, let me give you assignment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let me give you assignment. Let me give you assignment.
Okay, sir.
Logic ló ń kọ́ wa. Ẹnìwọ̀n kò ṣe kọ́ theoretically.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm coming.
Wọ́n ló yẹ káwọn náà ṣe ní 400. Torí pa àṣẹ 400 la ṣe ṣe nísìn.
There is argument between idealism and materialism concerning. There is argument between idealism and materialism concerning the nature of reality. Concerning nature of reality. Nature of reality. We discussed metaphysics now. And we said we have two schools of metaphysics. Is that not so? Idealism and materialism. They are the two schools of thought in metaphysics. Now, there is argument between them. In your own view, which of them actually captures nature of reality? Discuss, substantiate your point with good premises.
Which of them actually
captures the nature of reality? Substantiate your conclusion. Substantiate your conclusion with good premises. At least you have done logic now. Nature of reality. The true nature of reality. Now, substantiate your conclusion. That means that you want to tell me, oh, it is idealism that captures nature of reality, and these are my points. I am trying to see how you can use logic to solve problems. You can't argue for both. If you argue for both, you have contradicted law of identity. Law of identity. You must identify yourself with one, and you substantiate your points. Hello. If you go to the net, you will see a lot of materials which can help you to substantiate your points. Are you getting me? And write your references very well in upper form, 7th edition. Your references in upper form, 7th edition. Assignment. Hello. How can you write? Excuse me.
Those of you in the class, you are disturbing us now.
How can you write an argument or something without consulting textbook? And if you consult, you must do reference. And I'm telling you the style of reference that I prefer, which is 7th edition. APA 7th edition. In fact, that's what we prefer in McPherson. Have a nice day.
Fasasi, who are those making noise in the class?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome, sir.
Well done, sir.
What's the problem, sir? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the lecture. Thank you, everybody. For those of us that are online too, thank you for staying glued to the screen for about 4 or 5 hours. It's been an interesting day for all of us.
Mr. Fasasi. Mr. Fasasi. Ọdẹjàyí. Ọdẹjàyí.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll go do this thing. Me, I join late too.
Me, I don't finish already now. The assignment.
You finish the assignment?
The assignment, Abi?
I said I joined the class late.
Very, very late. Gbogbo ẹ ló máa yé mi. Inshallah.
Odejayi.
Odejayi. Now they disturb the class. Bí a taba wo ni compendium taba tún kà fún ara wa, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó yé wa.
Àmì o, torí eléyìí lágbára tẹ̀ o.
Bá a ṣe ń fẹ́ ọgbọ́n kan gbé ló tún takọ ọgbọ́n ẹ níbòmí.
I'm telling you, mo try láti code kìíní yẹn, ìṣe ló dẹ̀ negate gbogbo coding mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tọ́ba tún gbé mi dé, a tún dàrú, a tún rọ̀dù ẹ̀ straight ni.
Ẹ ti understand. Mo try láti lo àwọn coding kan kí n fi capture kìíní yẹn, mo rí pé gbogbo code yẹn work.
Kò work o, níbòmí kò ní lọ mọ́.
Ó náà rudiment tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ understand. That's just it. Otherwise, ẹ bá lọ code ẹ̀ yẹn máa já sí odò ni.
Ẹ̀rọ lè gbé fúnra wọn, ìyẹn lè dàgbẹ́ ru. Ẹ máa get the fundamental yẹn.
Ìyẹn láti get àwọn rudiment.
Ọjọ́ ṣé logic náà kọ́ wa yẹn?
Logic ni.
Logic ni àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, logic ni.
Èmi ò ṣe rí àwọn kọ́ọ̀sì ìgbàlódé yẹn ni. Nígbà táwa kàwé, pàtíwé níyì tó níyì gan ni. Ó ṣe gbogbo àwọn eléyìí.
Kọ́ọ̀sì ìgbàlódé ni.
I'm telling you, kọ́ọ̀sì ìgbàlódé ni o. Gbàgbà tí àwọn pé bí gbogbo kan ṣe become complex ni àwọn gbogbo eléyìí sì náà àti ìmọ̀ tó máa fi solve Nigeria problem báyìí sí.
Tí mi ò tí ì rẹ̀ ní practical kíní kan tí mo fi lè fi apply mi bí ó nítorí kí mi understand ẹ̀ náà bí a ti máa understand ẹ̀ mi ò tí ì rí practical application mi ò tí ì rí.
Me too have not seen. Ó dẹ̀ ní kọ́ fún wa ní example. Kátẹ̀ ní ìta máa fi solve Nigeria problem.
Lecturer and time ti lọ wọn ráyè gbogbo example rẹpẹtẹ mọ́. Tábà tẹ̀lé ló káfí ṣẹ́gun banditry yìí kí yẹn tiẹ̀ kó ń bẹ̀.
Àbí gbogbo logic yìí gbogbo principle mi ò tí ì rí kankan tó wà applicable. Second class yẹn bá gbé òun tó jẹ́ o.
Ṣé second class wà ní mọ́nà tuntun? Àbò tún wà ní.
Wọ́n ti ń ṣe láwọn tó ń ṣe tutorial ẹ bá gbé òun sókè mọ́.
Àfi sùúrù àmọ́ kan ṣe tutorial fún ọ̀kan o.
Alájẹ ẹjẹ bá gbé òun sókè.
Nǹkan tí mo rò pa lè ṣe ni wípé ẹ ká wo compendium kí á ka individually tàbá wá lè pàdé káwá jọ wá fojú wo àkọ́tọ́ sọ́nbẹ̀ yẹn àlèkọ́lé àlẹ́fà kọ́ ló wọn láíláí kò lè wọ́ wọn bá gbóhùn sálọ bá gbóhùn sókè káwá náà kà fún ara wa ni káwá jọ wò ó àwa náà nísìn àwa náà ti di ajá wò yí nìyẹn àdẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ mi wúro wò yí lé so ibi tá a bára wa nìyẹn ibi tá a bára wa nìyẹn o so gbogbo nǹkan tó bá gbà la máa fún o Ọlọ́run ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ẹrù pẹ̀lú àná Ọlọ́run èrò òbí mi náà ìkọ̀dọ̀ kò tí yé mi o ẹrù bà mí.
You might get it.
Basic electronic kan tá a ṣe logic ń gbà yẹn logic díẹ̀ tá a ṣe ń gbà yẹn náà gan lára gan ìyẹn náà àwọn nìyẹn ń gbà yẹn ìyẹn náà ń gbà yẹn orí tẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ní basic electronic. Now, wọ́n máa ń lọ logic ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà design of circuitry lọ logic. Òwe fi hàn tí yàtọ̀ sílé yìí o ìta kọ́ ń gbà yẹn lọ́hùn nìyẹn. Ìgbà yẹn gan ṣàfihàn nílé kọ gan náà nípa mísì ẹ̀ náà ẹni lẹ́sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà dọ́gbọ́dọ́gbọ́n náà òun náà já wa kó ń bẹ.
ọkọ̀ fọwọ́ pa lórí náà ni.
àmì sùúrù.
ẹ mọ àwọn kéésì sọ pé tíṣà gan náà ó kàn máa fọwọ́ pa lórí ni.
òun náà máa kan ra bọ ẹgbẹ́ tiẹ̀ ẹni orí yọ. tóun tó ní fẹ́ wà láàfin rẹ̀. ibẹ̀ yẹn kò rán ẹ̀ àti that day I think that particular aspect mo sọ pé mi ṣe logic yẹn rí ó wà ń bẹ̀ bọ̀ tí wọ́n lẹ́sọ̀rọ̀ àyàn kọ́ wa mo kàn wo inú textbook mo kàn rí àwọn kan yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀pọ̀ tí wọ́n kọ́ wa àdìsẹ́ sáà pọ̀ kò gbé jáde ní ẹ̀sáàmù that logic aspect nínú iṣẹ́ yẹn course yẹn kò kọ́ wa.
táìmù dẹ̀ ń lọ báyìí nígbà tí wọ́n bá.
wọ́n lọ́nà sọ wọ́n náà kún wa lọ́wọ́ ṣàtúnyìn lecture mi lé ni. Second rédíò wọn tẹ̀ síbẹ̀ wọn tí wọ́n ní.
Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì náà lẹ kù ní lecturer wa. À ń gbọ́ yín náà.
Àwọn méjì kẹ̀. A ṣe pọ̀ we are 17 in the class now táwa ní online.
Mo mọ̀ pé àwa tó kù ń gbẹ̀yìn lecturer wa tẹ̀ educate wa ni.
Àwọn fọkàn balẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á kún wa lọ́wọ́ à á wò á mọ̀ á dẹ̀ pass lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Lọ́fọkàn balẹ̀.
Lọ́fọkàn balẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ọ̀rẹ́ Mr. Fasasi wà ń bẹ̀. Akọ wa Mr. Fasasi àwọn tẹ̀ gbọ́ àwọn táwa lọ́nà láyìn Ọ̀yọ́ láwa ara ríra wa báyìí sí. Sir.
Ẹ kú sẹ́ o.
Sẹ́dítọ̀ kan, ẹ kú sẹ́ sá.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Ẹ̀yin wà nílé gọ́gọ́ àbọ̀ online lẹ́yìn náà wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o.
Ilé lẹ́wà ń bẹ̀ wà ní Ìbàdàn.
Yes, mo wà ń Ṣakí.
Ṣakí lẹ́wà online lẹ́yìn náà wà ẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ẹ̀gan ní RPG. Kò sí problem sir, tó bá tẹ́ bá ti ń rá àwọn kúlù kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ máa bá wa fi ránṣẹ́ náà sí online o.
Ó dára ṣeun sir.
All right, sir. Ẹ bá mi kí family sir o.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Mr. Olojede, Minister Adewale, èmi fẹ́ bọ́ta o. Ó dáwọ́ sá o.
Ó dàárọ̀.
Ó dára sá.
Ma. Èmi ò tiẹ̀ ní problem tí mo ní